as epic as Wily's Stage 1 and Mega Man 2, but we will continue on. Oh hey look, it's a Sniper Joe. I always hated these guys. 3 had some good ones with Hammer Joes, but otherwise no. Oh hey look, it's another Hammer Joe. And it's another Hammer Joe. I think I'm foreseeing the pattern. It's another... Oh crap, these things are all over this stage, aren't they? Yeah, this stage... I'm not a fan of the enemies, so... It goes without saying that... Not a very fun stage, in my opinion, because you got all these guys to worry about. These are some of the toughest enemies in the original games, so... having to worry about them 24/7 now. Because that's all the enemies in this freaking stage. Oh hey, Hammer Joe, never mind. We're good. Oh crap, it's the original jumping sniper, whatever the heck you want to call these things, Joes. I don't remember what they're called. I know these guys are like returning Sniper Joes or something like that, and oh my. And here is where I usually abuse Skull Wheel to death. Because even if you get damaged now, because this weapon has been nerfed like 20 times since its original conception, it's still a pretty good weapon. Yeah, here's where I ran out of stuff to say. So I decided I'll just shut up, do some post-commentary, because I was doing pretty dang horribly here whenever I was talking and playing at the same time. Probably why most people do Mega Man playthroughs and post-commentary. But I'm not one of those people. Who does that? So yeah, one quick thing I could talk about here is my opinion on going out to eat, specifically when it comes to ordering drinks. Most people say it's very expensive to go out and eat, usually when it comes to feeding a whole family. And while that is partially true, I think it's because of people's spending habits. Most people I see out in restaurants always order a drink per family member, so they're having to spend... Some places it can just be as low as $1, but other places it can really add up. Like, really nice restaurants can have charges of like $2.50 for a drink. And that's why whenever I eat out whenever I have to pay for my food, I always get water, because unless it's really cheap, like at, say, a fast food restaurant like Burger King, there's no point. I've seen this in pop culture too. I do occasionally watch Everybody Hates Chris, and one episode, Chris's really frugal father goes out to eat and uses a coupon, of course, because he's really frugal. But the thing I noticed was he went to a nice restaurant, first of all, and second of all, he ordered 2 drinks, which is a no-no. But he didn't seem to mind. He just, wanted to get a drink for him and his wife. And they were both larges. Note that, too. So I just wanted to yell at him, you ordered 2 drinks! No wonder your charges are so... Your meal was so expensive. You could have cut that in, what, $3, $4 by sharing a drink? Which is what my family's always done. And not to say that people who don't do that are stupid, but if you're really worrying about cutting cost and you're not including drinks, which is a very easy way to do so, because, you can just share a drink, all that, and get a smaller size if possible, because you can usually get unlimited refills. Now, down here, I encounter a surprise. And then this happens. But back to regular. Guess I was wrong about the only enemy in here being the Sniper Joe and its other counterparts. Now this is definitely one of the coolest parts of the stage. You can get in these things and shoot the crap out of everything. and you don't get hurt because the armor is your health for the game. Now, for the first little bit, that's going to be your best weapon choice. After that, though, see that copter? That's your best choice. Now, these guys are all controlled differently, but the main thing they have is that they have the shoot button works, and the A button does different things. For this thing, if you press A, you can dash like that. Look at that, it's death from above and all that fun stuff. Now the main reason you want this is it's best against the boss of this stage, which is, guess what? A Sniper Joe. Who would have thunk it? So, yeah, there's not too much to say. You can get in pretty much every weapon, but the one that really matters would be this one. And there's probably a couple others, but from what I've seen, this is just the best one in general. Nice little treasure trove of weapon energy there. And look at this thing. This thing takes out almost anything in one shot. I'd say almost anything, because returning Sniper Joes and other enemies like that still take quite a few hits. The aiming can be a little bit wonky, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. Alright, I did not do pretty good with keeping up the health of this thing. But yeah, watch this. Your Sniper Joe is evolved into the Sniper Joe from Mega Man 7. Yeah, if you didn't like the Sniper Joe before, you won't like it now. This guy does quite a bit of damage if you don't know what his pattern is. Because, again, of how this game works with all of the high damaging stuff and the lack of invincibility frames. Oh, if you want to kill those guys quickly, Recycle Inhaler is your best option. I can't believe I haven't gotten hit on that. I got him stuck in a pattern, which is very rare. Wee, weird pathohoi. Oh, heck yeah, I love this stage. Oh yeah, don't use Skull Wheel, unless you really need to, because you're going to be stuck perpetually using it due to the lack of walls. Yeah, it's also, now that I think about it, something else Hide a Beast did is a minimalist run of this game, which is pretty good considering how useful the weapons are and how much harder the game is if you don't use them. When you don't use them, I'm probably gonna need to concentrate, but yeah, this stage is pretty nice with its, okay, that's weird. I could shoot through their shield, but I couldn't shoot them in the back where their shield wasn't there. Wow. Spark Mambo takes those out pretty handily. And this one follows you. I don't know what game that thing is from. I mean, almost all these enemies are from the game, so yay, that was pretty fun. You just have to so many flying things. Oh, this is probably the flying section. Wow, I'm stupid. Everything comes at you at once. And here's all the flying things, including the tellies. Oh yeah, and they're all grayed out, which means they probably do extra damage. Because almost every single monochrome enemy in this game has some kind of damage multiplier of some sort. Oh and yeah, you have to defeat all these guys. I mean, mean, you can get some pretty good items in between, but that's in between. Not when you need it, probably. Ah, slugs. I got hit by slugs. I didn't get hit by anything else except slugs. Nah, mummies. I think when you die, you go to the last slew of enemies. Let me see if that's true. Yeah. See? And those mummies will keep on reappearing, so best to kill them. Oh, I hate the roller enemy. For some reason, it almost always gets a ton of damage on me in this game. And again, with the weird, glitchy, collecting health right after you die thing. Oh well, I saved a life. And no, not the song, which has some really interesting misheard lyrics if anyone's ever found them. I guess you just gotta stay away from them so they don't uncurl from their ball form. And I think the music's supposed to be from not Mega Man, Gradius 3, but I mean, I've seen a Gradius 3 playthrough for the SNES, and I didn't hear this song at all. Which obviously means that I might have heard the wrong version for all I know. Could be an arcade version only. I don't know, I've never played Gradius. I mean, I'm a fan of shooter games like that, but I've never played Gradius. And we're underwater, sorta, which makes the water color even more useful. Yeah, most water enemies are kind of a come and go enemy, but yeah, isn't that squid supposed to be from like Mega Man 8? I know the Shellmans are from like Mega Man 8 or something. One of the later games. And why does the water cutter have such a weird hitbox thingy? I mean, look at that. I'm standing right next to these things and they aren't getting hit. E. Barely got that. Mets. So many Mets. Never liked... I think I've said this before, but I didn't like how Mets became in later games. They seemed to be doing way too much at one time, and they shot way too many bullets at one time. I mean, in the original game, and I'm pretty sure in Mega Man... can't think. And I think up to Mega Man 3, they didn't really do too much, and then starting Mega Man 4, they just started doing everything. E. I'm getting like 20 lives. And most of them take a good amount of hits to kill. E. Ugh. So many of these things. Really? I wasn't that close to them. I'll check the health. And now it's these guys. Again, people who use the wire can take these out a lot quicker. But I don't know how to use the wire, so I'll just use rush cannon. Next best thing, really. And time for the grittiest speed section with less gravity. Well, not quite yet, but we're almost there. There is still less gravity. Yeah, the balloon effect kind of kills you. So try not to fall into bits. That's pretty mean programming if you ask me. Really? Maybe I gotta wait for him to fall further. Okay, why'd I do that? Yeah, there we go. Just gotta wait for him to fall down further. You know, there's one point where you just gotta take a hit. Ah, Mets. Mets. Ah. Yeah, now it's time for the grittiest speed section. Hey, look. It was the Mets from the first Mega Man. should be totally fine the giant met for Mega Man 4. Now here is where you can take a whole bunch of alternate paths. Oh yeah, and you gotta shoot these things for some reason. Skull Wheel usually helps here, because you can get rid of a lot of enemies pretty quickly. Heat? Platforming's pretty fun, if I must say. And the spikes for an instant skill, that's odd. Usually in an enhanced difficulty hack, they would be, instant kill. Oh yeah, some weird stuff happens with the bullets here, because of how the screen scrolls. That's how the cookie cuts. Cookie crumbles. Whatever phrase you want to use. I don't know a good path through it, I just kind of wing it. Yeah. Alright, I was able to get through that, and jump of faith! Ow. Hold right. E. I can't say too much, there's so much crap happening. You can imagine how much worse this would be without the wire, extra power-up. Well, this is a much better route than I'm taking, it's giving me all the items. Huh, accidentally I've got all the items. Awesome. Alright, now be careful which weapon you use against this guy, because it can either help or hurt you. Watch this. Hey look, it's the Mega Man 1 boss. Now, I would recommend using Dive Missile against this guy, because it does a pretty good amount of damage. But you want to be careful if you want to use Dive Missile against this guy, because... well, I'm gonna die first, because I don't have anywhere near a good amount of health to deal with him. And I had my fingers on the wrong button there. Oh yeah, once you get into almost nearly health, what you have to do is almost nearly dead health. What you have to do is you have to choose weapons that he's going to use against you. Now, from what I've seen, it's fine to use Barrow Shot. Did he take Balloon? No, he's too smart. Guess Bright Man. Yeah, he just kind of steals your weapons. You choose them though, so that's nice. And time to use another energy tank, because like I said before, I'm not good at this. Now, one strategy I've always seen is that you can do the whole energy tank thing to him, like Dustman could do to you. And get some pretty good hits on him. Heck, it looks like you can get like 3 or 4 hits before he does something about him. But not too hard of a boss. Just gotta know what you're doing. Dr. Wily's stealing system. Energy equals negative infinity. And screen transition time, go! Error. Next time is the last part. I know, right?